Alright everyone, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered and one of my favorite areas in the game, the Great Anor Londo. Anor Londo's a little bit of a step up. It's a pretty big area, as you can plainly see. I know a lot of this isn't actually explorable, but quite a bit of it surprisingly is. Like, most of what we're seeing over there can be explored, the castle and this building over here and such. There's a lot of different ways to get around. You have to explore several shortcuts. There's 3 total bonfires in this place. Not to mention, it branches off to another area way up there, which is decently sized. And there's actually a secret area here as well, and a secret boss. But for now, we're just going to push ahead. As you can see here, we have another redo. Another Beltar Gargoyle. These ones are a bit tougher than the boss we fought, although they are now, of course, just a regular enemy. And these ones have lightning breath instead of fire, so you want to watch out for that, because it can catch you a little bit off guard. There it goes. Try to get there, we got his tail. Gargoyle Tail Axe. I don't remember if we got that with the last ones. They have a couple moves that the original gargoyles didn't have as well. Oh, I just got invaded. Great. I will bow respectfully. Good. I like when people are good sports and will emote. Alright. Let's see what we got. Glitching around a little bit. They're also using a big sword. I'm trying to tell which sword that is. Uh-oh. I dodged, though. Okay. Yeah, let's indict him. Just because I'm that way. Alright. That's annoying as shit. Okay. So I have that, and that. Okay. Am I still? Yeah, okay, I'm medium. God, that's my main issue with invading, honestly, is just the lag. Okay. I am using my kind of messed up controller because I don't know what's going on with the other controller. I was trying to use it with my Dark Souls 2 stream earlier, and it was doing this rather odd thing. I think it was like having trouble connecting or something, but when I would be moving and rotating the camera together, one of them would essentially just keep moving even after I stopped moving the thumbstick. So like, let's say I'm moving this way and moving the camera, I'd let go of the right thumbstick to stop moving the camera, and it would continue to spin. So, I don't know what's wrong. Apparently both my controllers have issues now. Actually here. Well, no, I'll do it later. I'm on a time limit after all. Okay. So, as you can see, we can't really proceed that way yet. There is a way to proceed, though. First, we're going to fall down here. There is a way back up, so don't worry. Run around here, and there's a chest with a demon titanite in it. And since we have to kill titanite demons to get those, yeah, we're gonna grab that. Sidon, quit your barking. Be a good boy. Okay. So through here, up those stairs is the way back up to the platform, but we're actually gonna drop here. Be aware there is a slight drop there, so you won't be able to get back up when you go this way. Hopefully my controller doesn't mess up. And right here, the camera... Yep, there it did. Sometimes the camera kind of catches on the pillars, so be careful. But anyway, we're going to roll down to here. Now, this is the way to proceed forward. First, look out up there. These are painting guardians. Get that good headshot. Oh, he's coming down. Usually he just jumps off at you. Ooh. Now these guys hit decently fast, but they don't hit too hard. Go ahead and Estus just in case. Okay. So you want to climb up here. And we're gonna head this way. Alright, now... I don't remember if I did this on YouTube or on Twitch, but this controller kept killing me on these walkways, so I'm gonna take this as nice and easy as I can. Okay. Oh, yes. I don't know if you can do it with arrows. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually smack it. You want to break that chain as well. As you can see, there's an item there on the chandelier. You can knock the chandelier down, and then later you can actually go down through that area, which is full of these painting guardians. I did go to Sen's Fortress, didn't I? Or not Sen's Fortress. Okay, yes, I see here. I went back to the Undead Asylum. There was a specific thing... Oh, I never gave this to Andre. My bad. Wait. Did I go... Yes, I did go through the depths then. So I gave him the large ember, but not the... Oh, right, because he only asked for 1 ember per conversation. Okay. Anyway. Yes, the reason it is called... Or they're called painting guardians is because there, you see that big painting. If you have the peculiar doll on you, you can go to that painting and enter the painted world of Ariamis, which is where the optional boss crossbreed Priscilla is, as well as one of the prettier areas in the game. It's very much a fan favorite, and so is she herself. I didn't think so. Okay. Anyway, you knock that down, and there's a sorcerer you can grab down there. So if you're not a sorcerer, it's probably not going to be really useful to you, especially since I don't think you can sell or drop sorceries in multiplayer. That's a way a lot of people like to power level, is they get a friend who's really high leveled, they summon, one of them summons the other, and then they just drop each other really high level gear or souls so they can power level themselves. Okay, now over there you can see another chest. I'm gonna be completely honest, I see the stairs there. I'm not 100% what way you're supposed to take to get over there. I haven't really bothered looking for it, actually. There's a little stairway there which will lead down somewhere. I think there's an area in there you can walk on. Not something I've investigated, I'll be honest. Though, if I'm seeing what I think I see a way. We can try it out. There's another bonfire nearby I'm going to grab before I try that out, just in case. I don't want to have to walk through all these rafters again with my messed up controller. Okay. Now this fog wall here just leads to another area. It doesn't lead to a boss. There is another painting guardian here. Get that heavy stab. What did he do to stagger me? Huh. Anyway, there's not actually any loot down here. But... yeah, the thought that I'm having, which I've thought about it before, but I never really bothered trying it, is I think from here, I'm supposed to walk on that ledge and try to fall onto that one, then down into there. So here we have the big rotating lift. Now this can provide a connector from there over to there. As you can see, there's a second gargoyle there. Don't worry, there's only 2, and they don't respawn. So we need to lower this a little bit. Now this is going to trigger the gargoyle to come attack us, so be wary. Sidon, I think it's about time for you to get a bath. You haven't had one in a few weeks. I don't understand how you get so dirty inside the house all day. Okay. Okay, usually he'll like to run this way and immediately lunge. What's my volume at? Okay. Just gotta make sure my volume's at the right setting. I don't want to be completely drowning out the video, and I know that I tend to talk a little loud in my headset. I'm strong enough to stagger it. Nice. 4 shots with two-handed light. Gargoyle halberd and gargoyle helm. Excellent trophies. The Gargoyle Halberd is arguably a little bit better than the normal Halberd. And the Gargoyle Helm is actually a very, very good light helm for people. It doesn't have the best physical protection, but its resistances are very high. Now, we're going to the very bottom here, which is where the next bonfire is. What was this area called? The Dark Moon Altar, I think? But this is also where an optional boss is. If, when you find Guinevere, you kill her and dispel her illusion, or you find the Dark Moon Seance ring in the catacombs, you can come here wearing the ring, or after killing Guinevere, and this statue will disappear, leading downward. There's a boss wall, but there's also an altar in front of it, and you can join the Blades of the Dark Moon Covenant, which I actually plan to do for a bit, as I've never actually done it before. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. That ring boosts the power of miracles while wearing it, so very good for you miracle casters. I'd also like to mention, historically it hasn't been, but for some reason nowadays, I've had this happen to me a lot with my Twitch character, which is on New Game Plus. Anor Londo is a PvP hotspot right now. It is ridiculous. It is really hard for me to travel through without getting invaded. Okay, if I remember, we were getting our faith up to 25 so that we could save Solaire. I didn't do the power leveling I was going to do. I forgot about that. Oh well. Okay. Next, we're going to run over to where all the painting guardians are, actually. I'm not going to be actually, going to the painted world yet. But I will be clearing out the room real quick, first for souls, but also because there's a very nice bit of loot in that room that I want to get. Now, to get to that room... My bad, I already had it at the right height. Well, I suppose I said we'd rest and then go up and check that out. You want to leave this at the medium height if you want to complete this walkway and be able to go there. Okay. Should be this way. Yes. So, gonna go try that out. I will probably homeward bone back afterward. There's one coming up behind me. No, but one's up there throwing at me. Technically coming up behind me. Okay. So we're gonna roll down to there. Yeah, this place is a lot bigger than it makes it look. Okay, yeah. Are you serious? God, this controller irritates me. At the worst moment, it decides to just twist to the side. Alright, I'm going to try switching controllers real quick. You're going to lose audio from me personally for a couple seconds. Okay. Good to go. Should still be recording. I hope. It never told me it stopped recording. I had to leave video real quick so that I could sign in with this controller. Now let's check. It doesn't seem to be doing what it was doing earlier. Then again, I think I've only had that issue in Dark Souls 2. There it goes. Okay, it had to go down through both. Alright, phone, where are you? There we go. I need my timer where I can see it. Wow, I'm already 15 minutes in. Yes, this one goes the direction I point. How nice. Okay, we'll give that another try, because I've never actually grabbed that chest, and now curiosity has got me. I apologize for the sniffles. Can I push this again? Okay, no, I have to wait till I get to the top. That's fine. Ha-ta-ta-ta-ta. Now, next episode, depending on how far we get in this one, I hope to fight Ornstein and Small. With the way it's currently going, I kind of doubt we're going to get there quite yet. But we'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to have to homeward bone back to the bonfire after this. Okay. I'm just going to go because their knives aren't going to stop me. Okay. Hey, one of them fell. Sounds like multiple may have fallen. Whoa! Okay. Any more? Good, good, good. Now the issue is, pretty sure this fall from that height will still be fatal. Oh, a divine blessing. Oh no, I can go this way. That's why that little platform is down there, so I can recover and go back. Excuse me. That is something I enjoy about this, is that there's a lot of areas that have loot that you have to go get, but they never really do something that's like, you can go get this, but you're gonna have to homeward bone back. No, they make it so that you can go grab something and there is an escape route. One of the ones really notorious about this is you can, immediately after going to Firelink Shrine for the first time, like right out of Undead Asylum, you can go to the catacombs and kill Pinwheel, which lets you get the right of kindling so you can kindle more than just once, right? Well, if you go past that to Tomb of Giants and get the bonfire there, you might think you're stuck, and the only way to get out is to warp, which you're not supposed to do until you have killed Ornstein and Smaw. But if correctly, you can well, not if you did it correctly, sorry. If you know the way, there actually is a way to get back out to the catacombs and then back up to Firelink. It's not a very fun run, but you can do it. We're gonna go around. Two-shotting the giants is amazing. Okay, so we head up this way. There's two giants. That door and that door over there can open later on. But we're gonna have to go this way for now. We're leading up to one of the more infamous parts of Anor Londo, the Silver Knight Archers. Okay, if you do that, you can actually knock him off the edge. Just make sure you don't get a headshot, because then he'll just stagger like that and won't actually fall backward. These guys can be a little annoying with their attacks. They have a pretty dodgy, honestly. And, yep. All their attacks also deal lightning damage, which is something you'll, hopefully get. Oh my god. Do I just need to shove you off the edge? There. Sometimes that's the easiest way to kill them, is just make them jump backwards off the edge trying to dodge you. Okay. Now this next area, sorry, can be a little irritating right down there. There's one of the bat wings there and there. We're gonna try to lure them out first. Okay, now we're gonna try to hit them. And this is a way to somewhat cheese it, I guess you could call it. There we go. Now, they're both going to be running trying to get up here, but they can't actually get up here. So if you do it correctly, you can actually get them one of them to knock the other down. Yep, there it goes. And we're just gonna sit here and kill this guy with arrows. Even if you're not running a dexterity build, I do recommend getting a decent supply of arrows and a short bow, just so that you can do stuff like this. If it's an enemy that you struggle against, or a really tough spot, you can really just thin it out with a bow. It isn't the easiest way to do it, but considering what's up next, it makes it a bit more difficult, and you'll be seeing why here soon. This one ought to do it if I hit. Come on. That's not where I wanted to aim. There. Oh, got a message. Too bad I'm busy recording. At least I hope I'm busy recording. Okay. Now down here, we are approaching one of the absolute most irritating parts of Dark Souls 1. We'll go with the crest shield, I think. Oh, nope, this actually has better lightning resist. But yeah, we're not worried about lightning, just physical. Now, I recommend with a parry. You need to run up here, keep your shield up just in case. The Anor Londo archers. They do have great bows and are shooting great arrows at you that, even if they hit your shield, will knock you backwards off the ledge. So keep moving. You're going to turn to the right here because you cannot get to the one on the left, and right is actually the correct way to go. Anyway. Parry him. And take him down. You can still get shot in the back, so be careful. Oh, he dropped a Dragon Slayer arrow. We can't use that until we have a great bow, but that's okay. Roll down here. You will take some damage. And through the fog wall. I'm gonna my crest shield up because parrying these guys is a pretty fun thing to do, honestly. Go through here, and we'll have the bonfire. And Soleil's here as well.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you. You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that.
Alright, let's go ahead and check. No items to really use. Oh, we're really low on humanity, huh? Alright, I'm gonna save that humanity for when we're ready to take on the boss. Unfortunately, that means we're not kindling here, but I should be able to pick up some humanity going around the place. Okay, it takes 15,103. Okay, now there's a decent amount of... oh, I didn't go through the painting room. Damn, the black iron set is what I was going to grab. I'll do that in between videos then. Okay. Get him out of the way. In this chest are 3 sunlight metals. Very good for yourself. Okay. So this way, there's 2 more doors. Another knight here. Oh, he went for the stab. The stab, at least for me, is one of the more rare attacks from them. For me, they usually have an attack where they run up and it looks like they're going to stab, but they actually go for a big slash. Oh, we don't need the flame stone plate. What do I want? I guess since I don't have it kindled, I'm going to go Evil Eye so I can passively heal as we go through. Now down here, there is an illusion wall right here. There's some really good loot in here, but there's also a mimic, so make sure you pick the right chest. People have been nice enough to label it this time, but this one here is a mimic. The one on the very left. He'll also drop the Occult Club, which draws very nice off Faith. But here we'll have Havel's full set, including his weapon and shield. Now, the weapon, I believe, takes 40 strength, and the shield takes 50. But the rest of the armor you can wear. It's just very heavy. Keep it on going. Okay. Now, we'll head upstairs, which is... Oh, you asshole. That shouldn't affect me if I'm not... human, right? If you see a summoning sign like that, be very careful. It means a Gravelord's servant has invaded, and if you're human at least, I think... I don't think it should mess with me if I'm not human, but there should be a lot of red shades around that are copies of whatever the local enemy is. And they will keep respawning with other enemies and everything until the Gravelord Servant is invaded at its sign and invaded. Or defeated, sorry. Go ahead and take him out. There's a soul of a hero, I believe, over here. Yes. Now down there is a threat. Luckily, he's not actually guarding anything, so if you want to leave him alone, by all means. I don't think I can really get him. Yeah, I can't quite. Maybe his tail there? Oh, I might actually get it. Hey, if he doesn't move. Sure. I got the arrows to waste. And I'll get some souls and Demon Titanite, which Demon Titanite's ridiculously useful. This is going to take a little bit, and I apologize. It's the only safe way for me to kill him. Because other than this, you have to go down in that room, and it's a tiny place to fight him in. And I do high damage, but he also has really tanky health. Kinda doubt my fireball will get down to him. I can't tell. There, I saw how much we're actually making a little more progress than I expected. But yeah, my sword would probably be doing 100 something. Because against physical attacks, and I think it's too, they're just really strong. Which, I mean, Demon Titanite is mostly used to upgrade boss soul weapons and such, so I can understand them being tanky. But yes, next episode, if I didn't get to Ornstein and Small in this episode, I'll definitely be getting to them. But I also intend to attempt to take on the Painted World next episode. Now, the reason I say attempt is because I'm not really sure what level you're supposed to take on the Painted World at. I assume once you reach Anor Londo, you're good to go, you know? You should be about the power you need to be. There's nothing horribly strong there. Priscilla is honestly not that difficult of a boss. She's just, you want to make sure she doesn't get combos off, because she has ridiculous bleed with her life hunt ability. But that's okay, because with her soul, you can get her scythe, which has life hunt, and if you cut off her tail, you can also get her dagger, which has it as well. Her dagger is actually a very fun weapon. Any of you who have played something with bleed, you know that it shows 300 on the bleed meter, and so do weapons that cause poison. That's because your meter actually is basically, there's a number on your meter, and once that number fills up, so it does 300 damage to your bleed meter. That's why if you have really shit bleed resistance, you might have like somewhere between 2 and 400. So it could 1 or 2 shot you with bleed. Priscilla's dagger, on the other hand, has 500 bleed, so it fills up very fast, in addition to being a dagger and well, it's a very fast weapon. So if you're going for a bleed build based on dex, so you move really fast, Priscilla's Dagger is a very solid choice, especially because I don't remember for certain, but it's either an A or an S rank on how much of your dex goes into the weapon. So Priscilla's Dagger is phenomenal. I actually finally found this out by looking at the dagger, because I hadn't really bothered looking at it too much, because I just don't use daggers too much. But I was in my New Game Plus character, which is a straight Strength Faith build, and I was curious, you know, I was like, what weapons do I have that I've never used? So I found that, and I was like, oh god damn! I know I'm just rambling on, I'm trying to make this a little less boring. Come on. He's at like a third of his health, I think. Every time I miss, I die a little inside. Okay. Drops you can get in this area. The Silver Knights can drop their shield, their straight sword, and their halberd. The straight sword and halberd are both more of dex-based weapons. They have a much higher dex requirement than strength. But they are interesting weapons, and they have different attack patterns than other weapons of their class. You can also get the Silver Knight armor, but it is a guaranteed because it's in chests. Havel's equipment is also, of course, very good. It is one of the absolute best tank armors in the game. There are some better. You can get Smaw's armor, and there's a set called the Guardian set in the DLC that matches its physical defense. But honestly, the best physical I've had is the Giant set when you get it upgraded +5, because the Guardian set, Havel set, and Smaw set cannot be upgraded. So the Guardian set +5 actually pushes past at least the Guardian and Havel. I don't know about, or sorry, the Giant set +5 pushes past. I don't know about Smaw's, because I never got to compare the two, but I know that the Giant set +5 is incredibly good. And it's one of those that you know you're going to be slow as hell wearing, but it doesn't really matter because you tank everything. One or two more. Okay, now we'll get down to him in a bit. Thanks, that's finally over. Now this actually doesn't go anywhere to my knowledge, unless maybe there's like a hidden room over here that I never saw. Doesn't look like it, but you can see a little bit below there. Okay, now we have two mimics up here. Now these, one of them will drop a gold coin and the other drops 5 silver. Oh, someone killed the Gravelord servant, that's good. And this one over here drops 5 silver. Why is a Silver Knight moving? None of them should have aggroed to me yet. I can hear their footsteps. Anyway. Now the coins' main use is that you can sell them, or well, have Fromp to eat them, and get a pretty high amount. I think, the silver coin, or the gold coin's worth 5 or 10,000. The silver coin's worth half as much, but you have 5. Like, it's just pretty good for getting souls. I'll actually demonstrate what this does if you get hit by the shield. So yeah, that would have knocked you off while running out past the archers. Swing at me. They keep going for the stab today. It's really odd. Now each one of them does drop, I thought it was just 1,000. Or is that one different? Well, they drop at least 1,000 souls each. So if you're farming them for souls, it's going to turn out pretty good for you. This door opens from the other side, so we'll go through here. Do. Okay. There's a knight right here. There we go. Yeah, 1,000. Oh, sometimes you get more souls when you parry. That's right. Ah, nice painting of Guinevere. There's a few others around, but Guinevere was the only one I actually recognized. Okay, we're gonna go up here. God, I love just looking around in Orlando, because just look at this place. Exploring the castle and everything. It's amazing. There's the one. The fake stab. Because it looks like he's about to go for the stab, and he fakes out your parry. At least he did for me for a while. That's the way to proceed forward, but we're going to go this way first. It'll open another door, as well as Zigmeyer.
Whatever can be done. Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knight? Ah, don't be ashamed. 'Tis the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome it together.
Gotta love Zigmeyer.
This is quite a fix. We'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 bodies. Quite a fix indeed.
Okay, so we're going through this door, and he's talking about this room with 3 of them. Now, if you go fight them, you can continue a storyline by talking to him again. Yeah, if you get their parry timing down, all you ever have to really watch out for is their shield bash, but if you're right up in their face, they don't usually go for it too much. They go for the shield bash a lot more if you're trying to circle them and go for a backstab, or if you're staying in front of them with your shield raised. There we go. There's also a chest there. I think it has 2 Demon Titanite in it, though I won't swear to that. And this leads back to that hallway where that archer was. Yeah, 2 Demon Titanite. Now let's go talk to Zigmeyer again.
Oh, what's on your mind, friend? Wait, you defeated those monsters? Fantastic. I'm saved. This Knight of Katarina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Tiny Being's ring, which slightly boosts health.
But be warned, gallantry entails great risks. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
Alright, and next time we go to Firelink after beating Orsi and Smaw, he'll be there. Oh. I don't know if a backstab's gonna be enough. Okay, it was. Good. I know I'm overpowered, but sometimes things can... because the riposte does a bit more damage than a backstab, so sometimes something will die to a backstab but survive a riposte. So we circle down these stairs and come to here. Here's where that Titanite demon was. 2 Demon Titanite. Ooh. How much do we have now? Ooh, 9. I think we might be able to get something completely up to +5. So in here, we'll head down these stairs and we'll open the last, or well, not the last, but third to last, I guess, shortcut we're going to. Get through him. Hello there. Okay. Now these 2 chests have the Silver Knight outfit. Pretty solid piece of armor, and it has decent lightning resist, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, its lightning defense is higher. And we don't lose too much physical, and it has equal poise as well. And it also has curse resist. Yeah, it has a lot higher lightning resist, though it is also heavier. So let's check just how much heavier. Okay, I think we're going to switch over to the Silver Knight armor. Okay. Now the reason we do this is because there's a lot of lightning damage in this area, and the bosses actually use a decent amount of lightning damage as well. So we want to, you know, have good defense against that. So we're going to proceed into another room over here. Now this is like the grand hallway or whatever, or the entrance hall, whatever you want to call it. Big room. Now there's another archer over there. We'll get around to him in a minute. And there's two more giants down there, but these ones are a little different, you might notice. They have little cloth around them and capes and stuff. These are giant sentinels. Now these have quite a bit more health, they hit harder, and in addition they have two spells. They have, it's either Force or Wrath of the Gods, I'm not sure which, but it works the same way if you've seen them. They basically just have a bubble of force come out from them and knock you back. But they also have a healing spell. So watch out for that. If they drop to a knee, take them out before they heal. Now, down those stairs is where the Silver Knight is, but we'll get back to him in a minute. We're actually going to go out this way, because there's some loot to grab, a shortcut to open, which we could go another way, but this is the main reason. Hopefully I don't fall here. Okay, sometimes you get unlucky and fall off. The Dragon Slayer Great Bow and a Dragon Slayer Arrow. The Dragon Slayer Great Bow is an immensely stronger bow. It starts at 90, but it shoots great arrows. And we also have plus 147 to it instead of 137. Not entirely sure why. Because the short bow has an S rank from dexterity. But anyway, this takes 20 strength, 20 dexterity to wield, and it does weigh 10 pounds. It's big and it's heavy, and it's rather slow. But it hits hard, and anything it hits that's human-sized gets knocked backwards a bit. Okay, we're going to drop off here. This will do some damage. Got that nice plunge, though. Alright. Let's go kill this asshole. I don't know if you can parry these guys. Doesn't look like it. Oh, you jumpy bastard. Okay. Go ahead and pop an Estus. Now over here is that door I said we could open. So this will lead back to across there. There's also two more down here. We're going to use that arrow trick again. Okay. Watch out for that. That is one of their stronger attacks. Good. And item over here. We have the Titanite Chunk. Titanite Chunks are very good. And we have another NPC, the Giant Blacksmith.
Who are you? Forge your weapons?
Okay.
Talk, 'tis no good, but forge, very good. I help any time. Talk, did no one, everyone gone. But you, friend, you talk. I no talk, but happy. But you, friend, you I, but happy.
Now, this big guy is useful for a few things. First of all, if you bring him a plus 10 weapon of the correct type and a boss soul that goes with it, you can create boss weapons, finally. He is the only one that can make you boss weapons. So you'll use Andre to get things to plus 10, or at least plus 5, and then ascend to plus 6. And then he can modify using boss souls. He can also turn things into lightning weapons if they're plus 5 or higher. Okay. What was I looking at reinforcing? Do I have any Twinkling Titanite? I don't. But, here's the beautiful thing. Guess who sells Twinkling Titanite? 8,000 apiece. He sells it. And it is amazing. Okay. I'm gonna buy 3. We're gonna reinforce the Black Knight sword twice. I need 4 more Twinkling to upgrade it again. But it's gonna be nice. And our damage just got a ridiculous buff. Okay, now we're gonna roll back here. And look! A chest! If I can get it. There we go. The Hawk Ring. The Hawk Ring is one of the 4 special rings. We already have the Wolf Ring, I believe. Yes. The Hawk Ring extends your effective bow range, and it belonged to Hawkeye Goff, one of the Great Archers. Now the reason it's by the giant here is because Goff actually is a giant, and you can meet him in the DLC. So we have Artorias the Abyss Walker, we have Goff the Great Archer. I don't remember if that's his actual, or no, Hawkeye Goff, that's his name. We also have Sierran, the Lord's Blade, who will also meet in the DLC. She gives us the Hornet Ring, which severely boosts critical attacks. And we have Ornstein, the Dragon Slayer, who is in there, and we can get the Leo Ring from. Okay. Now, this is the last room of the castle, where we will go through there and fight Ornstein and Smaug. There's one more shortcut to open, and I also want to say, if you're human, right over... Oh, the Black Orb, I forgot about that. Right over here, you'll be able to summon Solaire for the battle. Let's see if we can get one of them alone. I don't want to fight both. Good, okay. That was a pretty good chunk of damage. Oh. I missed. Through his legs. That's one of my most irritating things about fighting the giants, is when you go to do a big attack, and you just go through their legs. Okay, they drop 3,000 apiece, which is very nice, but there's only 2 of them, so a little annoying to farm. Okay. Open this here. And the big double doors at the front are now open. Okay, let me go ahead and load up the Black Eye Orb, because I completely forgot about that. I forgot we were doing that in this playthrough. Where is it? There it is. It is in this hallway that you are able to finally invade and take your vengeance on Lautrec the Exalted. If you manage to kill him and his friends, you get the Firekeeper's soul back and can bring her back to life. Uh-oh. Come on, do something. Damn it. There. Okay. I think the last thing we're going to do in this video is invade Lautrec. Now, this fight can be a little tricky. There's 3 enemies. There's Lautrec himself, there is a sorcerer, and there's one other, but I can't remember exactly what they do. Lautrec fights two-handed with weapons, and he's pretty nimble. Alright, we're going to try to take out the other 2 with arrows, so we don't have to fight all of them. I've done it before. Okay, we got him to come closer at least. That'll make this a little easier. Come here. Oh, you asshole. Oh, Lautrec's coming.
I thought you were wiser.
If we kill Lautrec, it should end the battle.
It's a terrible pity. Like
Lautrec has very good ability to go through your shield.
you fellows. No? Don't you agree?
He's also very good at dodging things, so be careful. That was a good chunk of damage, though. Got him. Oh, that hurt. Do I have to kill these 2? No, I'm returning. Okay. So it looks like if you want to get that over with quick, kill Lautrec. Now, I have done it before where they don't aggro. They just sit over there and take the arrows. I don't know if it just glitched out that time or what, but it was pretty nice. So you get the Firekeeper Soul, you get the Ring of Favor and Protection, and 5 Humanity. The Ring of Favor and Protection is an amazing ring but the issue is, if you take it off, it breaks. It gives you a pretty decent buff to your health, stamina, and carry weight. Okay, now I want to go ahead and switch over to the Ring of Favor and Protection for now. We're going to switch that out for Havels. This will lower our overall weight from 60... Or sorry, from, what is our weight? From 90 to 72. Which is a decent drop, but we also go from 110 stamina to 132, 793 health to 951. So we get that buff there, and we still have a buff to our carry weight. Instead of 60, we have plus 12. So, we equip that. Now, if we unequip it, it will break. So we got to be careful of that. So we probably just crossed into heavy. Yeah, we did. But that's okay, because, you know, we have power. Now, we will, of course, be working on getting our stamina to where we can still be medium, but not for now. Right now, I'm going to head back to the bonfire. Now, I'm going to farm this place a bit before actually going to meet the boss. I'm going to try to go ahead and get my faith leveled up where it needs to be, which, what is my faith right now? 18? 17. So I need 8 more levels into my faith. That will put us at level 58. I think I can get to 65 before doing it again. Or before joining up again. Now, what I want you guys, the viewers, to do is I have a question for you. When you fight Ornstein and Small, whichever one you kill last is the one you get loot from, and the one whose armor set you can get. Do you want me to get Ornstein's set and soul, so I can have his shiny lion-looking set and his spear? Or do you want me to have Small's equipment, which is the big, heavy armor and the giant hammer that takes like 60 strength? Go ahead and leave comments if you're interested to have me see which one I can get. Otherwise, you'll see. Until next time, though, as always, I hope you guys really enjoyed the show and that you have a great day.